Silencing a survivor of abuse acts as a profound secondary trauma that can inflict as much psychological damage as the original abuse itself. When an individual is intimidated, threatened, or socially pressured into keeping their experiences a secret, the natural process of healing is completely disrupted. The forced silence isolates the individual, shifting the cognitive burden of the trauma entirely inward and fosters a toxic psychological environment. The architecture of forced silence. When a survivor is prevented from discussing abuse, it alters how the brain and identity process the trauma. The psychological effects manifest across several critical dimensions. Amplification of the original trauma or secondary victimization. Trauma compounding. Forced silence creates a trauma on top of trauma. The initial threat is compounded by a secondary threat, the fear of retaliation if they speak out. Impeded integration. Healing requires translating fragmented sensory memories into a coherent narrative. When talking is prohibited, the trauma remains a raw, unintegrated, and disruptive presence in the brain. 2. Cognitive distortion and reality erosion. Systemic gaslighting. When threats force a survivor to act as if the abuse never occurred, it creates profound cognitive dissonance. Internalized self-doubt. Over time, the pressure to hide the truth leads survivors to minimize their own suffering or question their own memory and sanity. 3. Toxic shame and internalized guilt. Shifting the burden. Silence protects the perpetrator's reputation while forcing the survivor to carry the psychological weight of abuse. Internalized blame. Without external validation, survivors frequently internalize societal stigmas, transforming their pain into deep-seated shame, guilt, belief that they are somehow at fault, leading to things like depression and self-harm. Chronic autonomic hyperarousal. Perpetual threat state. Living under threats or intimidation keeps the nervous system trapped in a perpetual fight, flight, or freeze response. Severe hypervigilance. The constant effort to monitor one's words and environment out of fear causes physical exhaustion, severe anxiety, and panic symptoms. Panicky symptoms can eventually escalate to heart attack. I've actually been through a heart attack because of this. Identity erasure and isolation. Number 5. Loss of agency. Denying someone the right to speak their truth strips away their personal autonomy and voice. Existential loneliness. Forced isolation prevents the survivor from seeking support networks, leading to a sense of total alienation and inability to form healthy relationships based on trust. So puts them in a flowers in the attic situation with their fucking abuser. It's ridiculous.